My name is Chef Franco Antonio Blanco. I am the chef, owner, and founder of the House of Food Porn, and I am also the founder of Charlie's Kitty Cat Sanctuary, which is our 501c3 nonprofit organization that I started for all the cats that we've been rescuing. It's really by accident. I never intended to be fostering 30 cats like I am at the moment. But it all started when I met Charlie Marshall, which is a guy in the neighborhood who dedicated his life to feeding cats in the neighborhood, getting them spayed and neutered, and so I jumped on board with assisting in at least feeding the cats that were coming around the restaurant, which was quite a bit of them. I didn't venture out like Charlie did until later on, a few years down the road, Charlie unfortunately passed away due to health complications, and that's when myself and a group of young ladies took over the neighborhood and we started feeding. Where the rescue really took place is when once we started feeding in the neighborhood, I started focusing in on a particular area. In this particular area, had close to a couple of dozen cats that were had been around, coming in and out. So I started to focus on feeding there and also spaying and neutering as much as I could because all of that was basically done under my own expense. It wasn't until about a year later that the facility, the coin laundry in which I was feeding, went up for lease. I immediately jumped on board at the opportunity of opening up a coin laundry with a cat cafe in the back to help, with all of the expenses and everything that I was putting together. And then I took over the lease, and then a year into the lease, unfortunately, I was forced to abandon the lease because I didn't generate the necessary funds to be able to carry on with the project. And the landlord wasn't very helpful either in giving me the terms that I needed in order to get the funding necessary. At that point in time, I had already rescued off the streets 15 kitties, from kittens to mamas, and others that were around. I had spayed and neutered all of them, over, like I said, close to about 20 of them. And then when I had to close the laundry, I was basically left with all these kitties. And with the efforts that I had done in the past in trying to get cats adopted and fostered, I realized that that would be quite an issue. So instead of putting the cats back out on the streets, I took them in and brought them into the Aquasita, and as expenses basically, quadrupled with all of the cats that we had fostered, we said, you know what, why don't we continue the legacy that Charlie Marshall had started in the neighborhood, and let's start a nonprofit. And we did, and we called it Charlie's Kitty Cat Sanctuary at Casablanco, but also known as Homeless Kitty Haven here on the Aquasita. What we've done to expand the Homeless Kitty Haven project is we have our website, homelesskittyhaven.org. You can go to the website. On this website, you get to see our entire project, what we've done, how we got here, all the specifics, and you also get to see all the cats that we've rescued along the way, when we rescue them, a little story behind each of them, and if you want to maybe virtually, adopt or virtually foster, you're going to have that opportunity as well. And so, plus, yeah, we've linked, of course, some of the things that we do in the restaurant with our nonprofit, and of course, we're selling tickets to eat at the House of Food Porn directly on the homelesskittyhaven.org website, where you can purchase yourself a seat. Your purchase is a tax deduction to you, and it's a tax donation to our project. So if you want to reserve a seat at the House of Food Porn, you can also go to the homelesskittyhaven.org website, as well as the houseoffoodporn.com website. So I look forward to seeing you guys there. Cheers.